Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, Satnam, everyone. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Today is Monday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. I know it's kind of like more like 6:20. But I've been at it today trying to put together this treadmill that just arrived, and we just finished putting it together. So thank you for your patience. And I'm excited to talk about the astrology of the week. This is what we do in this video. It's the Starseed Channel Weekly Message. I pull some cards, but I also talk about the astrology of what's going on this week and what's the significance of it and how it's going to affect us collectively, or what we're going to feel collectively because of this energy. So I want to say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Mama O, welcome in. Hello, Nelvin. Good to see you. Angela, hello. Maricela, welcome in. Veronica, welcome. Humble Raw. Thank you guys for being here. Melanie is also here. We've got Kimberly here as well. So exciting. So obviously there's a big thing that that is going on, and it literally is the fact that the sun has just entered into the sign of Aries, and we are also have begun the spring season. So the 21st is usually the spring equinox. The sun entered Aries yesterday, and that's going to be a big focus of what we're going to be talking about. But before we get into the astrology of the week, I do want to let you know of some of the cool things that are going on. First of all, if you're new, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Make sure if you're not subscribed that you do hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. And then also give this video a thumbs up if you're watching here live, and then YouTube will recommend this to more people that like this type of content as well. And that's how the channel gets to grow more, which is an amazing part, an amazing thing to have the ability to grow here on YouTube. So I am very grateful to YouTube to be able to have this platform. Hello, Sanders. Welcome in. Happy to see you too, Melanie. So, the other thing is, I want to invite you to download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It's also going to enter you into my email list, and I send out a weekly Moon Magic report. The next one goes out on Wednesday. So they all go out on Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Pacific. And I give you the astrology of the week from Wednesday to Wednesday, but I focus on the moon and what the moon is doing for the week, what phase, she's in. And we always focus a lot on the new and the full moon here on this channel, because it's the 2 times during the month that we can harness the energy and work with those energies through meditations, through astral travel journeys, through all kinds of stuff that is actually helping us to understand and bring that into our own personal lives. And I know that I get a lot of messages from people like, what's going on right now? Everything feels a little bit crazy. And it's true, like there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. And if you would like more than I can really talk about in these videos here on YouTube. So if you want to join us in the community in the private membership, that's a really great way to be guided through all of these transits. Because in the Starseed membership, I go over the astrology of the whole month. So I just uploaded the Aries video. So I talk about everything that's happening in Aries, the major transits, the planet ingresses, when planets are moving into different signs, major big conjunctions or aspects through some of the outer planets, because those are really significant. But it's nice to have the whole overview of the next 30 days. And that you can only get if you're part of the membership. The other thing is the live events. We just had our spring equinox ceremony last night. It was amazing. We literally did our practice. We did our spiritual, meditative practice. I did a card reading for the spring, and we did a shamanic journey to discover what is beginning to grow for us. And then literally once we were finished with our practice, we literally had a dance party. It was amazing. And we do this quite often. And I also do Akashic healing chambers and Akashic journeys in the membership, and you get meditations for the new and the full moon. So you're guided for the whole year. We focus on this year. Something actually new and interesting is I'm going to be focusing on how to harness the energy of each of the seasons. And this is based on ancient Atlantean astrology, the way that they did astrology and how they combined all of these different systems all into one, and what it really means, and how to maneuver your life, and how to focus and with your chart, because the year always begins in a certain spot in your chart based off of what house Aries is in. And so guiding you through the year, watching your chart so that you can see where is this going to be happening for you specifically in your, based off of your natal chart. So anyways, it's really amazing. We also do giveaways every once in a while. We gave away a free Akashic record reading last night. So congratulations, Deb, for winning the free Akashic record reading. Can't wait to do that one for you. And let's see what else is coming up. Oh, the membership is only a $22 a month commitment, and there's tons of content. So totally get your money's worth. And the other thing is that we have the next Moon Goddess training, the level 1. I'm doing one more level 1. It starts on April 29th. And I know there's a few of you that have been interested in doing the Moon Goddess training, but couldn't sign up for the last one. Now is your chance to jump in to get on the boat, because the next training that I'm doing in July is actually level 2. And then the next one is going to be level 3, and that's happening in October. And the next chance to do level 1, to jump on that boat, is not going to be till next January, I believe. So you want to make sure you get on it. If you want to become a certified Akashic record reader, which is the ultimate, what you get, level 3 is the certification. Level 2 is diving deeper and taking all of the fundamental knowledge that we've learned here in level 1, and using it and applying it in our lives and going deeper into our karmic wounds our emotional karmic wounds and our karmic patterns, and doing a lot of experiential, like going into the Akashic records and doing a lot of healing for ourselves so that we can have the experience of how someone else will feel when they have these experiences as well. So you have to have the full experience yourself to be able to become, get the certification. But that's how I've designed it. So join us. It's a 9-week journey, and we start literally on the freaking new moon solar eclipse in Taurus. We start on the eclipse in Taurus. So this next level 1, we are actually doing it during eclipse season. And eclipses are times of powerful revolutionary energies. The 9 weeks, the way that I actually organize them is the ancient Atlantean initiatic path. So this was a path that was along the Nile in ancient in Egypt, and the temples along the Nile. Each of the temples are connected to a chakra. They're connected to a law of the universe. They're connected to sacred geometry, the understanding of our astrology chart. There's so much information. If I sat here, I could talk for hours, but you go through the ancient Atlantic initiatic path. So it's literally a mystery school. And what they did and what they learned in those ancient times in those temples is what we do and what we learn week by week. We add more information. So it's jam-packed. I mean, we meet 9 to 4 p.m. Pacific every Saturday for 9 weeks. And we usually go over. Yesterday was Saturday. We were going for like 10 hours. 10 hours in one day, So anyways, there's replays for everything. I record everything and I upload it onto the portal. So you can watch it if you have to miss a day or whatever. But I highly, we're going to start doing some awesome interviews on my Instagram account. So make sure to follow me at Channel for Grace, because I'm going to be going live with some of these, the graduate students, the goddesses from level 1, to talk about their experience. So you can hear it firsthand from them, what they felt going through the program and what was their favorite part about the program. So make sure to follow us there. And also on Instagram at Moon Goddess Training, because I always do the 40-day meditation live. So thank you for letting me share those things with you guys. And I'll say hi to a couple more people that came in. Hello, Danny. Welcome in. Hello, Nelly. Good to see you. Deb, she says, so excited to have won. I know. I'm really excited about it as well. Joni is here. So welcome as well. And yeah, thank you guys for all your support. It's truly an amazing thing that's happening here with this channel. So let's talk a little bit about what is happening this week. So we're going all the way from today, which is the 21st, through Sunday, which is the 27th of March. And there's the two main things is the spring equinox just started. The sun just entered into Aries. Hello, Carmelola. Welcome in. The new year, the astrological new year has begun. This Aries season is the season where we're going to see the most powerful transit of the year, which is Jupiter conjunct Neptune. And that's happening on April 12th. So we're going to see that the most powerful conjunction of the year, the most powerful transit of the year is happening during Aries season. And, the other thing to top that off just in general, what's happening this week is at the end of the week, we're actually going to see Mercury enter into the sign of Aries. So it's kind of a really exciting thing because we've been going through a very, very heavy Sun in Pisces transit. The sun in Pisces, the Pisces season was, oh my God, so heavy. So I feel like this Aries energy, we are welcoming in the element of fire. And fire, especially when it comes to Aries, so the 3 fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries is the spark that lights things up. Leo is the fixed fire, the one that holds that frequency. And Sagittarius is the heart that expands. because this really is about, so the element of fire is also connected to the tetrahedron. And when you study the sacred geometry and you understand how from the octahedron, which is the essence of the being, the inner essence, the what do we call it? The word's not coming to me, but just the center, the axis, the thing that holds it together, the essence of the being. The tetrahedrons come out of that figure, and they express themselves out through the faces of the octahedron, and they represent the fire, and they represent the spark of the being, like what makes it really come alive. So all of the fire signs are connected to this energy of expression and like reaching out, especially Aries. Aries is the spark that lights it up. And this is why this is the season that we've just begun this week to connect with what are you manifesting for the whole year. This is really, truly the new year. Like the new year that we celebrate for the Gregorian calendar in January, it's not really a new year. It's kind of in the middle of, like, astrologically, it doesn't make sense. It's not really the beginning of the year. We're actually right in the thick of it because we're in Capricorn season during that time. This is the true new year. So happy new year, right? And this is where you get to set yourself up for the whole 360-degree cycle of the sun through the astrological wheel. It's a big deal. This is what we're talking about this week. This is what's happening this week. So I would love to know in the chat what you guys are feeling. What is the shift? Hello, Christina Maria. Welcome in. What is the shift that you guys are feeling right now from Saturday into Sunday? And now we're here. We're now the first degree of Aries. So what are you guys feeling as the shift? I'd love for you guys to share in the chats, because it's important to recognize that there is a shift. There is completely 100% a shift energetically from season to season. We are here at the beginning. So the question you have to ask yourself is, what are you going to initiate? What are you going to spark? What is wanting to be born for you? What are those seeds that are going to sprout? You kind of set intentions already during the winter, right? The 3 months of the winter, we were hibernating and going within. Well, now the energy is, we're finished with that, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. I know there's people that watch me in the Southern Hemisphere. You guys are entering the fall. So you guys are entering a moment where it's time to release and let go. And also harvest. You're harvesting a lot of the things that you manifested in the summer, the summer season. But here in the Northern Hemisphere, we're sprouting to life. We're like coming to life, and that's what we're feeling. That's what I'm feeling. There's exciting things, right? Joni says, "I'm better after Club Jai." We really did have a party. I'm not even kidding. I was like playing party music and we were dancing. At the end, we like celebrated the beginning of the new year. So I love that. And she says she feels lighter and ambitious. Maricela says, I feel lighter, not as heavy. I do too. Same. I had the hardest time sleeping as a Leo, right? Because the fire shifted from holding back to letting go. I love that. Yes, I love it. I love it. So it is a shift that you should welcome in, and you should think about. This is whatever I initiate now in the next 30 days is what's going to continue to grow and evolve for the rest of the astrological year. Club Jai. I've had so many dreams and urges. I think I finally understand half of what you feel pushing you. Remember me feeling on the precipice. Yes, a clear mind. We talked about that. Wow, I'm so glad that you said that, Kimberly, because yesterday when I was doing the reading for the spring equinox, we got all sword cards. The reading had all swords. I mean, like, it's kind of unique, but the reading was about finding a clear mind and having that, like, the calmness that the clear mind gives you to make the right choices, to be like in that responsible space, to make the right choices for whatever is going on in your life. And that's the big theme. That's really what we're going to focus this week. The moon is going to transit, through the signs. It's actually in Scorpio. so it's going to be going through, Sagittarius, and then Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. And then when it gets to Aries again, that's where we're going to have that new moon. When it catches up with the sun, we're going to have a new moon in Aries. But thank God we still got that's probably just like this next week. So it's amazing when you're so busy, like me, I've added so many things, right? We've got the Moon Goddess training, we've got the membership going on. There's so much work now, more than I'm used to, but I can keep up, because I have, for some reason, I'm not a generator in human design. I'm a projector, but I have the tenacity and like the determination to just freaking keep up. And I work long hours. You find me working sometimes, I'm like working and it's midnight and I'm still working, it's crazy. It's crazy, but there's more energy. I'm also a night owl most of the time. I go through these cycles where like sometimes I'm not a night owl, but lately I have been a night owl. And so I'm sleeping in the morning, but I'm working till late and I'm working long hours. So there's something about this Aries energy that's going to help us, like give us that little push. So remember too that the sun in Aries and the moon in Scorpio are both Mars ruled signs. So that is determination and like forward movement, at least the ability to take action. Mama Ocean says she's still releasing. Yes, there's a lot of clarity surrounding karmic ties. How I show up in my relationships and self-worth, how I support people is much less codependent in nature. Oh my God, 100%, Christina Maria. Like, oh my God, I have literally been experiencing this. It's something, there's a shift. I feel like there's a shift because normally if I hear about someone's drama, I feel like I used to get very emotional, especially when it comes to family, but I used to get emotionally like entrapped in it because you want to try to help, but you don't know what to do. This is very common because we have these karmic contracts, these soul contracts with our family, with the people in our family. And actually, I'm so excited. In level 2, we're going to go into soul contracts through the Akashic records. And so you get to make some changes if you're ready to make some changes in those soul contracts. I absolutely cannot wait for that. But you make these contracts, and so you're connected, right? You're like karmically linked with these people. And so I used to get entrapped in other people's, drama. And I'm starting to notice such a huge shift in the ability to just be like, not my circus, not my monkeys. That's kind of rash to say it like that, but that's kind of what it is. In a way, you're like, that's not mine, like it's not mine. And so I can have compassion and be over here, but I don't have to get intertwined in someone else's, karma. I don't have to get engulfed in I don't have to take that on because I have my own, right? Like I have my own stuff that I'm going through. And this goes for everybody. I'm talking in, first person, but I really mean this is for everybody. Like there is absolutely no time right now to get engulfed in someone else's issues or drama or karma or whatever's going on, because whatever's going on, that's their journey. Like they're on a journey. Like you can't just like remove someone from the experience that they're in and be like, I'm going to save you. And I like, here's the answer. Like, let's just remove you from there. It doesn't work. It's kind of like, it's really funny, but it's kind of like that saying that like you can take the ghetto out of the person, or you can take the person out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the person. Again, I'm not trying to insult anyone, but that's kind of how it is. Like you can't just remove people out of their lesson, out of their karmic experience and be like, it's going to be solved. Because once you do that, that person on their own has to, like, on their own, by their own choice and their own will, has to get the ghetto out of them. You know what I mean? Like, the ghetto doesn't just leave just because you leave the ghetto. Oh my God, these words, where are they coming from? But this is it. And I have been totally feeling the breathe, be grateful for what you have, release, let go. You know, like, you don't need to be all up in there. You don't need to be engulfed in it. You don't need to fix it. You don't need to fix something for someone else. Like, fix your own stuff. That's the main thing of why I run the programs that I run, and especially the Moon Goddess training. It's like, focus on you. You can't do anything for anybody else as much as you want to. And what's going to happen, what ends up happening, is that eventually you realize there's literally nothing I can do for anyone else. But what I can do for them is what I do for myself. Like, mic drop. What can I do for others? Not in an egotistical way. Not like they don't matter and I'm just going to focus on me. Like, it's not in an ego way. What I mean by this is, if I work on my own shadows, if I work on my own shit, that's what I can do for others. Because when others come to me and they need help, or when others come to me and whatever, like, there's exchanges, you are in your center, you're in your axis, you know who you are, you know your limits, you know your boundaries, you know everything about yourself. So there are no surprises. There are no surprises. And you know that you are the one making the choices. So you are the one that, when you make choices, you initiate an effect. The law of cause and effect. When you make choices, it's like, it starts like it's almost like you wind back the little toy and you let it go. And it's like, oh, it's going now. It's going. You can't stop it. So that's what's important. That's why I focus so much on like you. Yeah, but what about you? Like, yeah, but what about you? You know, what about your shadows? Like, what about all the shit that, you know, you got to work through and let go of? What about the things that you do? You know, like, that's the only place to start, is right here. And you'll notice that as you heal yourself and as you work on yourself and as you do your best, you know, that's really all you can do. The 4 agreements. Do the best you can. Always be truthful. Do the best you can. Don't take things personally. You know, always do your best. What's the other one that I always forget? Be impeccable with your word. I always forget it, but it always comes back to me. Be impeccable with your word. Be truthful to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. Don't deceive yourself. See the truth. Don't speak lies. You know? And then the other one is, don't take anything personally. And then it's always do your best is the last one. But there's always one there that I forget. I don't know why. Don't make assumptions. See? It always comes to me once I start like naming it. Don't make assumptions. And don't take anything personally. You can really only do that when you understand yourself. Because you won't get it. You won't get that you're taking things personally. And you won't get that you're making assumptions until you know your shadows. Thank you, Raessa. Until you know your shadows. Until then, you're going to think it's normal. Like, you're not even going to notice that you're assuming all of this stuff and that you're taking everything personally. So, yeah, I just went on another rant. Not going to apologize because somebody needed to hear that. But this is it. This is it. This is your chance. It doesn't matter where you are. What do you want to start? You know? Where are you starting? This is a big deal. This year is a big deal because it's the first time that we are going to be going through the whole year together with this kind of awareness. It's not just, oh, spring season, sun is in Aries, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, this is where it begins. That's why you got to move into it consciously and with awareness. And that's what's happening this week. And then we have Mercury at the end of the week. So on the 27th, next Sunday, Mercury is moving into the sign of Aries. So right now Mercury is still in Pisces. So we're still in that like kind of confused mind. Mercury really doesn't like being in Pisces. It is the co-ruler of Virgo, which is the opposite of Pisces. And so Mercury in Pisces is in fall position or in detriment. And it doesn't like being here because it's confusing to the mind. It's confusing to the mind, all this Pisces stuff. You can't make sense of it. And the mind wants to make sense of it. So you have to just get through it. You have to just wait until it changes signs, But you have an opportunity if you surrender to your creativity and your ability to manifest, your dreams, miracles. Those ideas that come in are really powerful during this time. You can have super powerful revelations, super powerful like spiritual epiphanies with the mind. The Mercury enters Aries. And it's like, yes, now I can actually put my ideas into action. That's what Mercury in Aries is going to be. And these are the two transits that we're focusing on for this week that we're going to do a reading on. So I'm going to clear the cards real quick and we're going to see what our spirit guides, angels, and teachers want to tell us. So thank you all for being here. Make sure to subscribe and make sure that you get on the email list by downloading the Free Moon Astrology Guide. All right. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, teachers, for being here with us this evening. I would like to clear the energy of the cards as well as my energy so I can be that open channel of grace, of intuition, and these powerful messages to flow through. Thank you for always guiding me on my path and always showing me the synchronicities. And thank you for bringing us a powerful message that we need to hear at this moment, at this time, for this coming week of Aries season, the first week of Aries season. Thank you. Satnam, 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 Waheguru. All right, here we go. You have to put yourself first, yes. And the key is this, not in a narcissistic way. Not in a narcissistic way, We know, we know what that means, We know what that means. Although people may see that, they may be like, oh, but that's because people are trauma bonded. When you're trauma bonded with someone, it's like you feel connected because you experience the same trauma. And you feel connected to someone because you can you understand them. But there's a difference between being in a healthy relationship and being in a trauma bonded relationship. Being in a trauma bonded relationship is toxic. In case you guys didn't know, it is very, very toxic because you just keep those. It's like you sit in this wheel, the hamster wheel of like, poor me, poor me, poor us, poor us, poor us. Then nobody ever changes. Trauma bonding, not a healthy relationship. So think about it. It's a big deal to think about. What am I in a trauma bond? Do I connect? Do I feel connected to this person because they had trauma like mine? There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing wrong with that is if you guys are just living in your trauma, meaning you're either feeling like a victim, which is the most usual thing, is you're just reliving that cycle over and over and you never get out, because getting out means that you have to, getting out means that you have to face your shadows and the part of you that created this in the first place. That shit is hard. Trust me. I was in a trauma bonded relationship and it was not fun. It was not fun. It was too heavy, you know? It was like there was always something wrong, you know? There was always like, too many problems. Nobody ever wanted to get out. They just wanted to keep talking about the problems. That will get you nowhere. So if you find yourself talking more about your problems than solutions, that's a clue. Dude, we just pulled 3 major arcana and 1 non, but it looks pretty like a pretty powerful card. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And it is a phase. And it is a phase, right? Kimberly says my youngest son is there now. It is a phase. Everybody has to go through it. If you've had trauma, you need to go through that. That at some point you're like, oh, like you find connections with others. So then at some point you're like, I don't really want to stay here forever unless you do. And if you do, you won't evolve. And you'll just keep talking about what you want. But you just keep thinking, oh, those are my dreams, but my dreams never come. And the reason is because, well, look at, you're living here at this frequency. Everything around you has this frequency. And your dreams are always way over there. Because the vibration that you're vibrating at, and this is the law of vibration, of Hermetic alchemy, the vibration that you're vibrating at determines the rhythms in your life that determines what's inside is outside. It has to do with that frequency. So if the frequency is here and you're trying to get up here, but you're like vibrating down here, to get up here, you have to stop being down here. And so stop being down here means stop talking about it. Stop bringing your focus to it. Stop connecting to other people that make you feel that same way over and over and over again. It means like literally get rid of anything in your life, right? The Jaguar, the annihilation of the unnecessary. It's unnecessary. And it means start doing something different and start feeling something different. If you keep feeling the same thing over and over, that's going to keep you at that same frequency. Okay, here we go. Let's do the reading, yeah? So we're going to pull 5 cards, which I just pulled. Intuition card, challenge card, overall theme, wisdom from the ancestors, and an animal spirit. And we're going to pull some rose cards as well. So the first card that we get, like I said, we pulled 3 major arcana cards. I think that is very, very significant. The Judgment card. The first card that comes out. So what is the Judgment card? The Judgment card is about action, first of all. The Judgment card can also be about renewal. And it can also be about absolution. When the Judgment card comes in, it can mean that you are, like where you start off is you may be judging yourself a lot. There may be a lot of judgment right now. It's either coming at you or coming from you, going out from you, whatever it is, there's something about this energy of judgment. You may feel like the truth is this also, there's no God up there that's judging you. FYI. Sorry to drop that bomb on you. There's no God out there that's like judging. You're judging yourself based off how you learn to judge yourself. Okay? So, if you are judging yourself, if you're judging others, that's the frequency that you're at. Why would you waste time judging yourself? If you make mistakes in your life, that's normal. That's normal. Making mistakes is not a bad thing. You should have zero regrets about the mistakes that you've made. Zero. If you use those mistakes to grow, and if you realize how much those things have actually helped you to learn, and you wouldn't have learned that lesson if you hadn't made that mistake. What is the point? Judging yourself is a waste of time. Again, where are you at? Am I a victim or am I trying to find solutions? So we're here. Thoth, is also on Thoth is on this card, so it's kind of a big deal. Thoth was the great ancient Atlantean high priest that brought all this wisdom, the initiatic path to understand what you really are as a human being here on this planet. What is the earth plan? What's going on the earth? What are we here for? What are we doing here? What's the purpose? Collectively, what's the purpose? And how can you individually help that purpose and step into your own, as you step into your own personal purpose, you step into the purpose of the planet, the earth plan. What's the galactic plan? What's happening in the galaxy? Why all these beings came to earth and helped get this all set up, What's the goal of the galactic plan? What's the goal of the galaxy? And then what's the goal of the cosmic plan, which is understanding the creation of the universe and the process of creation of the universe and the process that the universe is going through, just constantly going through these waves of expansion and contraction. So morality is only something that lives here on this planet, because we have a perspective, and it comes from a long, years and years and years and years and years of seeing that there's light and dark, right? And the dark is bad and the light is good, without recognizing that we have it all messed up. Dark is not bad. Dark is just dark. Dark, in fact, is the only way that you can get to the light. And that's what when we talk about facing our shadows. So the judgment card is it's like a check in. Are you judging? Is someone else judging you? Do you feel judged? Why do you feel judged? Is that person actually judging you, or are you just projecting that person's actually judging you? Is the whole thing really me just judging myself when I think other people are judging me? Because of the law of correspondence, if it's outside, it's inside. Dude, I'm dropping some crazy bombs right now. So you got to think about all that stuff. When are you going to stop judging yourself, and when are you going to stop judging others? That's the real question. That's the real question here. When are you going to stop this judgment game? When are you going to have your last judgment? The challenge. The magician. The challenge is that the more time you waste judging yourself, others, whatever, the harder time you have of taking back your power as this literal magician that creates realities, that creates his or her own realities. The more you mess around here and you don't get out of this, hamster wheel, the less you'll be able to step into your power. The less you'll be able to be like, I am the magician. You can't say, I am the magician and I want to create all these amazing things, and then judge and judge and judge and judge and judge and judge and judge all over again, and then play the victim and say, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. My life sucks. Everything I do never works out. I mean, dude, those are a lot of self-limiting beliefs that will just keep you right there. It'll just keep you in the hamster wheel. I talked about it a long time ago that the only way to get out of the karmic wheel is to step out of the fucking hamster wheel. You can't change anything in the hamster wheel because it just keeps cycling the same thing over and over. You have to try something new. You got to try something new. You got to try a new thought. You got to try a new belief. You got to try a new feeling. You got to try it out. And you got to be consistent with it. You can't just be like, I tried it and it didn't work. So, fuck it. It doesn't work. The law of attraction doesn't work. Because the law of attraction is working. I can promise you that. Every cause has an effect. The pendulum always swings back. There's always a rhythm. What's outside is within. The universe literally is a mirror. The universe literally is a mirror. You're looking at yourself through everything around you. You are looking at yourself through everything around you. You won't step into your full power unless you understand how the universe works. The overall theme. This is getting deep, yo. The overall theme. The 8 of Pentacles. So, this card is beautiful. That is a lioness. It's got to be Sekhmet. It looks very Karnak temple-ish. Yeah, I think this is it. This is the Karnak temple. Look at those columns. Sekhmet and the Karnak temple. Those, moon goddesses know what we're talking about here. The temple of Karnak. The temple of Karnak. Why is this coming up? The temple of Karnak. So the temple of Karnak, in the temple of Karnak, you learn about the 12 systems of the body. Why? Because you learn that your body is a temple. The Karnak temple is literally a body, like it represents a body. And you learn that you are that temple to the 12 systems of the body, the reproductive system, the respiratory system, the muscular system, the lymphatic system, the integumentary system, the circulatory system, the excretory system, the what are the other ones? There's 12 total. And guess what? All 12 of them correspond to a specific house in your chart. So by looking at the house, you can actually see how that energy is expressed for you. For example, if the first house is the reproductive system, what's in the first house? Do you have Gemini? Do you have Taurus? What do you have in the first house, right? What planets are in there? They all will tell you about your relationship to your reproductive system. And if you have a problem with that area of your body, you can look at that house and be like, what's in that house? What are the soul contracts? What's the karmic connection to that house? And what's hitting that house through the transits? What's hitting that house? And it'll give you insight into what is going on. Dude, the Karnak temple, the overall theme. We're learning that our bodies are a temple. And the 8 of Pentacles is about education. It's about detail and it's about perseverance. You have to just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. Do not give up. Do not give up. We literally just started. We just started. And I'm talking collectively. We just started. Here's the new year. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? The wisdom from the ancestors. The Hierophant. Three major arcanas is no joke, you guys. The Hierophant. The Hierophant, the great sage, the teacher, spirituality, tradition. This is the card that is the wisdom from the ancestors. So why would the Hierophant be here? Because I feel like you're realizing that you are that Hierophant and you're coming to terms with your own power. The Magician and the Hierophant. You are that sage. You are that sage. And your spirit guides, angels, and teachers are right there. They're here. They're guiding us. But you know what? You are those spirit guides, angels, and teachers. You are those because you exist in all the dimensions. And the masters live in the fifth dimension. So when you're communicating with your spirit guides, angels, and teachers, you're really just in the fifth dimension. You're having like a fifth dimensional experience because our spirit guides teach us how to see everything from above. And that's what happens in the fifth dimension. If you guys remember from the sacred geometry, those in the moon goddess training, the fifth dimension is the point at the top of the pyramid. Because it can see all four, the cycles of time and space. It can like watch as like a petri dish, everything in your life. And it can go into the past and it can go into the future and it can look at the present moment. This is why our spirit guides help us because they have that higher view. But that's you. That's you looking at your life. So stepping into your full power is like, whoa, expanding your mind. You got to expand your mind. Let a new belief system in. Let a new belief system in. Stop blocking the answers because you want to stay comfortable and because you want to feel comfortable. Stop it. Stop it. Live boldly. Live boldly. Every moment. There's literally no times to waste. You could literally die tomorrow. Look at what's happening in the world. Stop it. Live boldly. The Scorpion. This is Pluto. Death, change, transformation, transcendence, determination. The Scorpion is a very passionate energy. It's very competitive. It tends towards isolation. Oh yeah, it does. The Scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers, and they focus on an unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. To bring this into balance, you need to be honest with yourself and you need to forgive. You forgive not because you make what someone else did or what you did to someone else okay. Not because of that. You forgive because you understand the laws of the universe. You forgive because you understand the laws of the universe. Everything follows those laws. So until you understand those laws, you will always just be trapped in the hamster wheel. That's crazy, Mama O. Let's see. The sun. Joy. Enjoyment. Life force. Success. Vitality. Play. Guess what? The sun is exalted in the sign of Aries. It's going to have a lot of fun. The sun, Aries don't mess around. They just go. They don't spend time thinking about it. They just do it. Just do it. I absolutely love that. What else we got? Rapture. sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Rapture. And the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching. Dude. Stop the endless searching. Inner quest. Stop the endless searching. That's it. I love you guys. That was really awesome. I love this energy. Thank God. Thank God. So, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Thank you for being here. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Live boldly. Stop the endless searching. Understand what you're doing. Understand how it works. Because when you understand how everything works, it'll free you. It'll free you. Thank you, guys. Live boldly. Now I'm on board with live. You are, Dawn. Hell yeah. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful week. Make sure to check out the links below. And if you want to go on this deep dive, if you really want to understand what I'm talking about, then join the Moon Goddess training. Please. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. Satnam. I'll be back on Wednesday to talk about the magic of Venus. And hopefully I will see you in the membership as well. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Satnam.